Okay, so for the first lesson of my year, not quite, of intentionally not dating, right? Because I said I want to speak on this week. So it can be summed up as simple as this: you are not bad. Where you are would be bad for me, and all that simply is that I need to own who I am, and if I don't, I will self sabotage. To more thoroughly explain, I know that we all think self sabotage, it looks sometimes very specific, or it's just like a ton of different things. But the most common form of self sabotage that I see is someone who is in a relationship with a person who does not have the same needs, desires, drive, or fire as the other. When I decided to take this year to focus on myself, one of the biggest shifts I've had to make was recognizing who I am, and then accepting and owning it. And I know that that sounds logical. Obviously, you need to accept who you are. However, it is the one thing that I see a lot of people not doing. And the truth is that when we accept, and I mean fully accept who we are able to be so okay with what we need, what we desire, and where we're going. And then we own it. Like, we own it, right? If you are not able to accept who you are, though, it's not that you settle, because you're not settling for someone who's good. You are allowing yourself to enter something that will cause pain, whether it's for you or for the other person. It is the partner that wants an open relationship but is with someone who couldn't fathom it. It is the partner who wants to build with and not just for, who is married to the person who wants to be built for. It is the partner that wants to leave his legacy through brand names and not children names. And he's with someone who wants children badly. When we accept who we are, we release, we end the opportunities to play small. Let me tell you, at 35, it is not adorable to apologize for how people see you or to play small, right? And it's not functional to react to what happens to your life and not be a part of it. So the same has to go for your relationships. You are allowed to have everything that you want, and that's okay. And we live in a society where breakups are like a demonizing thing, right? You demonize the other person for hurting you, or you demonize yourself for hurting someone. You meet someone who's perfectly nice and you can't think of a reason to not date them. The truth is that you are allowed to have everything that you want. You are allowed to have a relationship that has the desires that you need and want. If you allow yourself to own, to accept who you are, it means that breakups can no longer be this bad thing and can shift to being, you're not bad. But if I try to stay here with you, it will be bad for me. Whether that person just has growth to do, or whether that person has a completely different idea of what fulfillment is. No one's fulfillment is better or worse than anybody else's. And you are allowed to be okay with that. If you own yourself, if you accept yourself, you are owning yourself with so much power that you will find what you want. You will receive what you want. You don't have to settle. You don't have to adhere to societal norms. You don't have to have a reason other than it would be bad for me to stay here. You don't have to play small to fit into someone else's life. And you don't have to force someone to chase or change or cut to fit into yours. You get to just be. And that's really freaking awesome. So that is one of the biggest lessons I've learned.